So, with City drawn away for a third consecutive FA Cup fixture during the 1991 campaign, hopes were high of success following wins over Burnley and Port Vale. City faithful travelled to watch Peter Reid's men play Neil Warnock's then second division Notts County, convinced that this could be our year. What followed is what you call a classic FA Cup tie, with both sides going all out for a win during a freezing cold February afternoon at Meadow Lane. One man was on a mission to make sure that Wembley didn't beckon for City that afternoon, and that man was the Notts County keeper, Steve Cherry. Welcome to Tales of Blue, Steve. It's great to have you on.
Thank you, mate. Thanks for asking me. Thank you.
So, Steve, am I right in thinking in preparation for that fixture, Neil Warnock had taken you guys sledging during the week?
Yeah, we went for the weather was that bad. We went to Woollerton Park, and when we got there, we couldn't even run in the snow. It was that deep, so he just abandoned training, and we just saw that there's about 200 kids on the front of the park. Obviously, it's close to where I live, so I know Woollerton Park very well, and we just decided to pinch a few sledges, and obviously the cameras were there anyway, so we went about an hour sledging. It was a great laugh.
Bit different nowadays, I'd imagine. But
oh yeah.
I mean, Neil Warnock didn't have the status in the game he's got now. It was early for him, sort of in his managerial career. But what are your memories of Neil as a manager? And I believe you were his first signing as Notts County.
I was, yeah. I played against Notts County for Chesterfield. I was on loan from Plymouth, looking for a move back up to the Midlands. And my last game at Chesterfield was against Notts County on the Saturday, and we beat Notts County 3-0. And I had a progression of playing really good form, and he saw something in me that he on the Tuesday night he signed me. So I had 6.5 years with him. So I love you love or hate him. I love him, and I played with him at Plymouth as well. So we got on really well. We understood each other, and he allowed me on a Friday to train on my own with other keepers. Yeah. So I wasn't involved. It was my choice. It was something I wanted to do, and he put his trust in you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I imagine you knew where you stood with Neil as well.
Oh, without doubt. I mean, we went to I think Tommy Johnson, Mark Draper had been away with England under 21s, and he thought, well, we're going to go to Scarborough for a few days away, and tried to bring him back down to earth. They put me in bunk beds, so they've been away England duty, posh hotel. We stopped in Liz's B&B, and these three in bunk beds. It was quite funny, really.
Yeah, great stuff. I mean, there was rumours that Neil Warnock conducted the team talk in the supporters club bar prior to the City game. Is that right, Steve?
We've done all sorts with Neil. We've we played at Wembley in the playoff once, and people saying, "Did you watch the video of the opposition?" I said, "No, we watched Chubby Brown." We just had a good team spirit, great squad, and we all got on well. We did some bizarre things. Not many teams would go travel back from London and then go into the pub and have a few beers all together. And one year, end of the season, played Gillingham away, and we just missed out on the playoffs the first year. And I got the old team to go to a pub in Nottingham where all the supporters went, and we had a free night drink and celebration, really. So it was off the cuff most of the time. I won't say he's a great coach, but motivator was probably the best.
Fantastic. So how was Steve Cherry feeling about the up-and-coming fixture against City? On a personal level, he had previously conceded 19 goals in just 5 games against City.
Well, I didn't know all that until about 3 or 4 years ago, and that, to be fair, that doesn't ever bother me. It's about what you do next, it's like a golf shot. It's not about what you've done, it's about what you do next. And I had an infatuation with the FA Cup from the age of about 7 and 8, and in my day, the games were played on a Saturday. And at 9 o'clock, it's a knockout. And we used to have the rival supporters doing like a Kiss Castle thing, challenges and stuff. It was all fun and games. Then you meet the players' wives. So the FA Cup final at Wembley on the Saturday was a full day's worth of entertainment. And my ambition was to play at Wembley, which I did eventually 5 times. But also I wanted to play in the FA Cup final, but didn't quite get there on 3 occasions. So... But the game, built up the game. We did the sledging, but on the Thursday, we were actually clearing the pitch of snow.
The players were.
We actually helped out with clearing the snow till late at night. So,
fantastic.
That's what it was like,
I mean, you knocked out the previous season semi-finalist in Oldham in the round before City. So confidence must have been going high into the City game. I know City were a league above, but you were going well in the.
Yeah, I think Neil put a great squad together, and. I'm not sure we won every game, but we got great bounce back ability, and I think in our day, a good FA Cup run helps you in the league. Now they call it, like, some clubs get knocked out and go, "Oh, we'll concentrate on the league," but we weren't never like that. We just wanted to progress and get better, and obviously play on a bigger stage, which we did, eventually.
Sure. I mean, the game proved to be a real old-fashioned cup tie with both teams having plenty of chances. But you're in inspired form that day, Steve, with saves from a couple from Mark Ward, Clive Allen, Redmond, Quinn, White, with a little help from the woodwork along the way. How would you call the saves and the chances?
I've had better FA Cup games, but I enjoyed the day, and I think for me as a keeper, the one-on-ones were the best saves.
Yeah.
A couple of strikes from Andy Alan Harper. I think
I was going to say one in
you.
particular from Alan Harper's shot, which
Yeah,
hit the bar in the second half.
he
Then your
did.
legs
But
on the way down. Then
I
Quinn
always,
followed it up by
yeah.
hitting the post. And
Well, all I heard was just catch it. I hadn't got a clue where it had gone. And I looked up, it's coming down on my head, and I had a clash with Mickey now Quinn, and eventually scrambled it, to safety. But then the one at the end, I think I was buzzing with confidence. All I wanted to do was catch the free kick and kill the game, and I think it went through my hands. Then got headed back. Then Quinn header gets a crossbar.
yeah,
And then Bob Wilson the week after, or the next match, he interviewed me on the pitch and he went to talk us through the match. I said, "Well, I think Bob, I had all my luck in one day." So, but that was the FA Cup in them days.
yeah, sure.
You rode your luck, and then we scabbed a goal. And when I was 44, played in the Staffordshire Cup final against Stafford Rangers. I was 44, and we played at Stokes Ground because it should have been played at Wembley. And it was the same scenario. I had a great game, 0-0, and we scabbed a goal. And it was like déjà vu to me. It was unbelievable.
So as that afternoon went on, Steve, as you just said to yourself, you must have felt invincible as the longer the game went on. Did you feel unbeatable in the end that day? And
Yeah,
did you
I
get
think
the feeling you could nick the goal?
I think when you've been on the other end of it, we had a game at Wembley in the Italian Cup final, and we played at Brescia. We got beat 1-0. We battered Brescia, but we just couldn't find the net.
Yeah.
Same scenario. I think you think negativity comes in. You go, we can't score. It was reversed against Manchester City, where we played really well. They couldn't. We played quite well actually. We had some great chances.
Yeah.
But I think Man City couldn't finish that day. And as I say, I would say, had a lot of luck. And the funny thing, what I'm going to say to you is, when Peter Reid came to Notts County for a short spell, the first time I went away, we were in bed, as in twin beds in the same room, and he stopped on his phone. He stopped me. He went, "Chet, I couldn't believe it's like that game." He went, "I knew in the first minute we weren't going to get past you. I didn't know what it was. There's something about you." And I said to him, "Well, the funny thing was that the first strike on goal was in the first minute. I made a great reflex save, and the referee blew for offside. I went, no, it's a corner." Jokingly, I just knew then that the early save got me on a good plateau.
So what was your best save that day, Steve? What one jumps out?
I think the double save from a free kick from Alan Harper. I think what it was, the ball had moved. As it got to me, the ball moved slightly. I had to parry it. And then somebody came in on me and I blocked it the second time. That was it, and the one after half time, just a minute into the second half, they had a 1v1. I think it was Niall Quinn came through and I got a good block on it. That was the most important save because obviously it could have changed the game.
Sure. I mean, I was watching the game back prior to us speaking, and obviously all the great saves, the chances, the end-to-end stuff. But you were on the end of some hefty challenges from the City forwards that day, which was the norm probably back then for you.
Yeah, to be fair, I've had it all my career, and I think a lot of people don't like me. I've ever played the Chesterfield against Sheffield United, and I got absolutely. We won the game 3-1. They were top of the league.
Yeah,
and I got battered that day. From I got smashed. But for me, it's part of goalkeeping.
Well, I was going to say, Steve, watching it back, and every tackle you was on the end of, and every save or every scramble, you got up with a smile on your face nearly every time, which is
it didn't bother me. It's part of my job, and I try to bleed that into my keepers, young kids that I train. Don't turn your back on it like they do, or some keepers do.
Yeah.
Just get in there. If you get hurt, you get hurt. Take one for the team.
So that goal for you guys did come with 60 seconds on the clock when Gary Lund, who I believe was only playing because the regular striker Dave Regis was cup tied, struck to break City hearts. So my heart as a 16-year-old behind the goal. What was Steve Cherry thinking as the ball went in the net?
I can remember the moment because I was literally putting my hands up in the air and just didn't do much. Just thought, yes, we're through to the next round, and I thought that was it. But obviously, when a late scare, got away with it. But you take that on the chin, and part of the FA, for me, the greats of the FA Cup.
Yeah. I mean, I can't recall, Steve, but I'm guessing you were the man of the match that day. Was there a prize for that?
I think a bottle of champagne, or there's a bottle of champagne or a trophy. I can't remember, a long time ago.
And did that make it home?
Oh yeah, it got drank at home, but it made it home. Yeah.
So I mean, we just mentioned that late because City still hit the bar again in the last couple of seconds, but there was a bit of a pitch invasion that followed, and a few jubilant County fans rightly celebrating, and a roller coaster game. And there was Tony Coton allegedly exchanging a few blows with County fans at the end of the game.
I heard that. It's quite sad. That I don't I don't like that at all. I had it once at Derby when the game that never finished. It was in the FA Cup. That's what it was then, last game of the season, and the referee blew his whistle, and it was basically 2 minutes to go. He blew for a free kick.
Yeah.
So the game never got finished. We had to win to stay up, and Fulham had to win to go up, and we won 1-0. So Malcolm McDonald wasn't very happy about it, obviously.
Yeah.
And there was a pitch invasion, and it was mayhem. But I don't like that. No one deserves that.
Yeah.
No one.
So, did you get a chance to speak to the opposition keeper, Tony Coton, in the City goal after
the
game?
I think he just shook me hand and said, "Well played, and good luck in the next round." Like we all do, I don't know Tony personally. I played against him a few times, but he's a great keeper and a great pro, and I enjoyed playing against him. It was a great experience for me.
Yeah. So I think it was Tottenham. Did you get Tottenham in the next round?
We did, yeah. We had down at White Hart Lane, and a bit unlucky really because we scored with a cracking goal. I think Dean Thomas hit the woodwork first, and a bit later on, Donna Reardon had and I'm not shocked by Donna Reardon. I worked with Donna Reardon at Derby, and every morning they were out on the pitch practicing long range shots. I mean, when it went into the roof of the net, I think it didn't shock me because I thought that's done all over. And then they scored Redder own goal. The ball's going about a yard wide of the far post, and it caught Craig Shaw on his inside of his heel. It went off the back post. And then the instant with Gaza, Paul Harding was man marking him. And the referee was only 2 yards away, and Paul Harding pulled Gaza's shirt back, and Paul Harding gave him a full-blown elbow in his face.
Right.
But Paul being as tough as he was, he got up, shook Gaza's hand, and got on with it.
Yeah.
But in about 5 minutes, Paul's eye was shut, so he had to come off. And then Gaza stayed on, should have been sent off. It was a deliberate elbow.
Yeah.
And he scored the 18-yard bend around me. So we got beat 2-1. But so I didn't quite make me FA Cup final.
So is that game, Steve? Is it a favourite game, a memory, the City game? How do you look back on it now and sum up that afternoon?
It was a great game for me, and memories and pictures that I've got that I'll take them to the grave, And I had a FA Cup run with Derby against Plymouth. Played down there 0-0. Had a busy game, better quality of saves. Drew 0-0. I let a goal in from a corner, hit the back post, got knocked out. And then years ago, in '84, I think we played Man United at the baseball ground. We're 0-0. I stopped everything. Yeah. And then we got done with a scabby goal with 4 minutes to go. Whiteside scored past me. So this one was better because we won the match and got through to the club final.
Well, Steve, your name is forever etched on many a City fans, as I say, in the nicest possible way. You're known as Steve Bloody Cherry to us for that afternoon. But it is with fond memories as well, looking back. I mean, it was a brilliant cup tie from a very different era.
Yeah.
So what's Steve Cherry of 2024 up to?
Well, difficult year this year because obviously we both had pneumonia last year. And my wife's not fully recovered from it, so she's doing a lung test. She had it all done now, but on Thursday, she goes for the results of that. And then Friday, she gets a phone call from London. She's having a bone marrow transplant this year. So I can't put a date in the diary this year, just looking after her and looking forward to next year, really.
Well, I hope all goes well with that, mate.
Thank you.
Do. And Steve, your name, along with Gary Lund's, will be forever etched in my football memories, following under an afternoon from a different era of football. Thanks very much for giving me your time to share a few memories of that. And I wish you all the very best, mate.
Thank you, mate. Cheers, guys. Thank you. All the best, Man City. Cheers.